Start analyzing the markets, we just don't look at momentum. We look at price, volume, momentum, volatility, and time aspects. If you look at the momentum indicators, most of the indicators are actually overbought. Despite being overbought, price and volatility are still favoring an up move. How to study price and volatility aspects along with momentum? And we're also in uncharted territory. That means there is no overhead resistance on Nifty. We are in a territory where we don't have price references where we can mark resistances. So when in such cases, how do we look at resistances, or how will we target the next levels for Nifty or Bank Nifty? So we will try to understand these concepts today. Let's analyze Nifty. And yesterday, if you had watched the video, we were sideways to bullish. We were expecting the range to be between 19,300 to 19,500 in the Nifty for expiry. I think we definitely respected these levels, 300 to 500. And Bank Nifty were expecting 45,000 to 45,500. We definitely stuck in the range. So whoever wrote options below 45,000 and above 45,500, I think they should have had a very smooth ride for the expiry. 250 was a small resistance which it broke today, and we are closing above that. And not only that, if you look at Nifty and Bank Nifty, we were discussing about two indecisive candles, or otherwise called as spinning tops, last 2 days. It was a temporary halt in the market, and now what I see is the high of the last two indecisive candles have been very, very comfortably broken and closed above that, which means these two indecisive candles, which is a temporary halt, is right now uh, invalidated. So we are back to upmove right now. And if you look at RSI, this is where our RSI is extremely overbought, which is probably not giving very good comfort for any fresh long positions. But momentum is not the only aspect we look at. If I look at volatility in the market, let's look at volatility. There are so many ways of looking at volatility. Could be ATRs, true range, average true range, or it could be standard deviation. Bollinger Band is also a part of a standard deviation. So we will use Bollinger Bands, which is again a standard deviation. This is a 20 period moving average. There are four lines: upper 1 SD, 2 SD, below one is minus 1 SD, minus 2 SD. So basically, I have drawn a 20 period moving average with two bands, one SD band and two SD band, one standard deviation band and two standard deviation band. And now this is where we understand the volatility of the market. So look at the volatility of the market. So price is actually closing, or this is called as a band walk in volatility. That means the price is walking along the 2SD band. So as long as the price stays tagging this band or walking this band, the volatility is still in favor of an up move. So whichever the band it is tagging, so basically it is tagging upper band. So basically the up move is still intact. If it is tagging the lower band, the down move is basically intact. So despite momentum being extremely overbought, the volatility is still in favor, price is still in favor. So price, by breaking last 2 days high, the two indecisive candles were actually invalidated. Plus, though though momentum is extremely overbought, the volatility is still intact because we are tagging a 2 SD band. If you look at the standard deviation, basically price closing above 2 SD is basically a 5% chances, 5% probability. We are playing a probability game. So it is a extreme volatility in the market. It is good. The volatility is in favor of up move. Price is in favor of up move. Momentum somewhere. If you look at momentum, momentum can be overbought and can stay overbought for an extended period of time. Right now, we are in a regime where we are overbought and staying in a overbought zone, because 18,700 was a very strong resistance which we did not break for almost 1.5 years. Finally we have managed to break. So whenever long resistance or a all-time high is broken after 1.5 years of struggle, usually volatility will pick up, and that is what right now witnessing. The momentum is definitely not respected by the markets. So overbought, and we are staying overbought. Volatility in favor, price in favor. What is the immediate support level for the market? 19,300 is what I've been continuously alerting. So 19,300 will stay as a support area for now. So as long as the market sustains above 19,300, we're still good. We're still we'll have to maintain a bullish view in the market. And now, since the markets are in an uncharted territory, we don't know how to target this. We don't know what resistances could be expected. So when we are in uncharted territory, basically two things we have to look at. One is a whole number. Let's say 20,000, 19,000, 19,500. These are all numbers. So this is where psychological numbers. Basically, why I'm saying all numbers, because psychological. So market touched 20,000. A lot of people are discussing about Sensex touching 1 lakh. So a lot of people are emotional about 1 lakh or 70,000, 75,000. So these all numbers usually act as a resistance. So now, next, since 19,000 is one of the all numbers where we were having a very good support. Now the next resistance could be 19,500. If 500 is broken, so then what next? 20,000. As far as the whole number is concerned, 19,500 is broken. The next whole number that we have to look at, our psychological number, is 20,000. Otherwise, what is the other way around? We look at Fibonacci extensions, trend-based Fibonacci extensions. So now, look at the previous swing. This was a previous swing, and then there was a correction. Now, after that swing, we are taking one more up move. So now, usually, we look at Fibonacci extensions, a different concept. Maybe some other video I'll discuss Fibonacci extensions. Now, Fib trend based fib extension. So this was the earlier trend. From here to here was earlier trend. From there we saw a correction. So I will leave this here at correction mode. So from here, how much will be the fib extension? What is the next target that we can probably look at? So next, probably, if you look at the resistance here, so each line here acts as a resistance. So now the next resistance is probably around 19,700. So from fib extension, which is a 0.786% of the earlier swing, will be the next resistance level. So around 19,700 becomes a Fibonacci extension resistance level. If 19,500 is broken, 20,000 will be the psychological level for Nifty to watch. 19,000 is a very strong support psychologically because it's a whole number. Apart from it, technically 19,300 is a very good support. From data wise, 19,400, where we saw a very good option rating today. This is next week options data. So 19,400, we saw a good amount of rating. So 19 from data, 19,400. So for intraday, 19,400 becomes support. Technically, 19,300 becomes a short term support. 500 is a resistance. So 500 is broken, then we can probably expect 700, and then probably 20,000. This is what we can probably expect in Nifty. Having said this, what is happening in Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty, we were discussing about two indecisive candles last 2 days. We have not broken that yet, but we definitely found support at the low of last two candles, which is around 45,000. I was discussing about 45,000 being a support area even yesterday, or in last couple of days. Look at this market constantly comes to 45,000, 50, 40, close to 45,000, and then we see a bounce from there. So this was a resistance area, so we managed to break it. Next resistance is around here, which is 45,400, and then we will have to worry about 45,650, 700 levels. So once market managed to break this zone for 450 to 500, we could probably expect this 45,700 to be tested in the market. So on a daily chart, we have not nullified the two indecisive candles. Why I'm saying we have not nullified? Because nullification will happen only if price starts trading above this, above the high of this, which is 45,700. We have not broken, but the lower side, which is 45,000, is definitely held and respected. So 45,000 becomes a support area as far as the Bank Nifty is concerned. Now, though our RSI is not extremely overbought in Bank Nifty is little more stable. And look at the resilience. Though HDFC Bank and HDFC Limited is correcting, Bank Nifty is still resilient. It is still respecting 45,000. So that is a very good sign for Bank Nifty. Now, from a volatility angle, look at Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is also walking the band. So we are tagging the 2SD band. So volatility is still in favor. Momentum is not extremely overbought, which is around 60 and 70 levels. Usually 80, 85, 80 plus is where we will probably feel little discomfort. Right now, Bank Nifty is not at a level where we are should be worried about momentum discomfort. Volatility is still in favor. Price 45,000 will be the level which we'll probably look at. Now, how do we target? How do we find the resistances on Bank Nifty? Now go by the same concept. So we look at Fibonacci extensions.
mm,
trend based Fibonacci extension. So I will take this
mm,
swing, from this swing to this swing. What probably could be expected
mm,
on Bank Nifty? Bank
mm,
Nifty, we are at resistance. See, the why we are struggling around here is because we have the one equal, as in see there are Fibonacci series, Fibonacci extension. So basically this is 100% of the previous move, which is 45,228 or 300 is where we saw, and we are struggling right now. That is the resistance. That's why we are struggling. So once this is taken out, it says 49,000, but it's way too far away. And now we can do something called as Fibonacci clusters. Two Fibonacci extensions, if they coincide, it becomes a much more stronger levels to worry about. I think, see, look at this, there's a cluster here. Extension of this move and extension of this move coincides at the same level. So 45,300 from the this swing, and 45,940 from the previous swing, and 46,000 becomes a psychological level. So 45,000 becomes support. If market sustains about 250, 300, we would probably expect this to touch 45,600, 700, and then 46,000. So basically, volatility in favor. Price momentum is not extremely overbought. We are still good. Price is still good. So more or less everything seems to be good in Nifty, Bank Nifty. So we are still pretty good on the upside. So two spinning top of last 2 days is nullified today by price closing above the high. So after 2 days of pause, we are continuing. That means last 2 days resting happened. Today now we are ready to run. So we ran today. Momentum is overbought, but still we are looking at a 2SD band walk, which is good. So 19,300 will be a support area. Short term, 19,400 becomes a support area for tomorrow because of options data, which we saw a significant rating today. So 300 to 700 is the range that I'm expecting on Nifty for next couple of days. Bank Nifty, 45,000 to 45,700 is the range I'm expecting. So we will continue to stay bullish as long as these two supports are not challenged. So these two supports not challenged, we'll continue to hold on to bullish momentum in the market. And thank you so much for watching. And if you want to keep getting these updates, do follow us on Twitter, Telegram, Instagram, so that you don't miss any of these updates. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.